Hi, I'm Stephanie Jaworski of joybaking.com. Today we're going to make a simple coconut bread, and this is what it looks like. This bread is wonderfully moist, has a chewy texture. It's flavored not only with coconut, but we also have a hint of cinnamon and vanilla. It's really good on its own, but I really like it spread with butter, and even fruit preserves are very nice on it as well. So the first thing that you will need to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 180 degrees Celsius. And then we're going to bake our bread in a loaf pan. This is 8.5 by 4.5 by 3 inches deep, which is 21.5 by 11.5 by 7.5 centimeters. Now you could butter the inside of your pan. I'm just going to take the easy way here and just spray it with one of these non-stick sprays. And then I like to make doubly sure that our bread does not stick to the bottom of the pan, so I just take a little piece of parchment paper, and what I do is I put it down, just get a little bit of the oil or butter, and then I take the paper and I flip it over. And that way there's a little bit of the butter or oil on the paper so it doesn't stick to the bottom of our bread. So I called it a simple coconut bread because it is simple to make. We don't need our mixer. I mean, you could mix the batter in if you have a stand mixer with the paddle attachment, but really we're just mixing all together. The dry in one bowl, the wet in the other, and we just mix them together and we're done. So I'll start with the dry ingredients in a large bowl. I have 2.5 cups, which is 325 grams of all-purpose flour, plain flour. To that, I'm going to add 2.5 teaspoons, 10 grams of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon, 1 gram of I'm using a fine kosher salt. And then, like I said at the beginning, I like to use some cinnamon in the bread. I find the coconut with the cinnamon very good. So I'm adding 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Now, if you're not a big fan of cinnamon, you could just leave it out, or you could use like a little less, maybe 1 teaspoon. But if you do like cinnamon and you like coconut, try it this way. I meant to say, we are going to need 6 tablespoons, 85 grams of melted butter. I'm using unsalted butter. You could use salted butter here. So what you want to do is the first thing you do, when I turn on my oven to preheat it, which takes about 15 minutes, I melt my butter then, and then so that way I can let it cool down to room temperature. So, almost forgot to tell you that. And then for our coconut, of course, we're making coconut bread. I'm using 2.5 cups, which is just 110 grams. I'm using dried, unsweetened coconut, not the sweetened. I'm using the unsweetened. It's very light, you see, and dry. I'm using the flaked. You could use the shredded. Now you can find unsweetened dried coconut on your baking aisle, or the health food section, or health food stores. I know people are going to ask me this. Can I use the sweetened dried coconut? I wouldn't, because it's sweet and that'll make your bread really sweet, and I don't want to do that. I've never tried it, so I can't even, if you want to try it, then you can maybe put in the comments what that tasted like. But I like the unsweetened. So that way you don't get sugar, you just get the coconut flavor. So just mix that in, and it's a lot of coconut, and it gives you have a chewy texture and of from the coconut. It's wonderful if you like coconut. So that's it for the dry. For the wet, in a separate bowl, I have 2 large eggs. Have your eggs at room temperature. 2 large eggs out of the shell is 100 grams. And I just use a whisk for this. Whisk that. And then you will need one and a quarter cups, which is 300 milliliters or grams of milk. Now you could just use like a cow's milk, a full fat, or even a reduced fat, but I'm using the unsweetened coconut milk because that way we even kind of bump up the coconut flavor. I'm using, like, there's two types of unsweetened coconut milk. You can get the light, which I'm using, or you could use a full fat. Either one. Okay. You could also, I mean, I haven't tried it, but you can buy, I believe, coconut extract. So if you don't want to use, like, say, the coconut milk, you could maybe put just a little bit of coconut extract if you have some. And then I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons, 6 grams of pure vanilla extract for flavoring. If you don't want a vanilla flavor, just leave that out. And then our 6 tablespoons, 85 grams of our melted butter. Let's cool down. Put that right in there. Don't you love these kind of recipes? I do. Just quick to make. They taste so good. I can have them for breakfast, not feel guilty. Whisk that in. And then 3/4 of a cup, 150 grams of granulated white sugar. And that's it. So we're just gonna mix these two together. I'm just gonna use my spatula for this. Just put a little well in the center. Pour that in. And mix them together. Like I said, you could use your stand mixer or hand mixer for this, but sometimes I just like doing it by hand. And whenever you're doing this as a quick bread, you just want to mix until everything is moistened. So make sure you get down to the bottom of the bowl. Make sure all that flour is moistened. You don't want any pockets of flour. Move all this out of the way. Okay. And just this keeps really well, quite a few days, and also very good to freeze, which I don't know about you, but I like to be able to freeze my baked goods because sometimes you have a couple slices and then you don't want any more, so freeze it for later. So then with the back of a spoon, or I'm just using an offset spatula, spread that out. And then, this is an optional step, but I have some dried, unsweetened coconut chips. They're just big pieces of dried coconut. And I'm just gonna put them over the top. You don't have to do this, but it kind of dresses up. They turn really golden brown, as you can see from here. And I like that. One, it just makes your bread look a little nicer. And two, when people look at that, if they come over and they look, they know, oh, it's coconut, which is always nice till you have a hint of what's inside. So you just put as much. And then I do like to just, because what happens is they will get very crisp when they're in the oven and golden brown. So just kind of pat it into the batter a little. That way they're less likely to fall off. So now, baking time. I'm going to say about 60 minutes. Now, everyone's oven is a little different, so that could be a little more. It could be maybe 70 minutes, could be a little less, because you know some people's ovens run a little hot, a little cool. So I'm going to say it's 60 minutes. I would check it, you know, at 55. So it will rise, turn golden brown, and a toothpick, insert it into the center. You want to come just clean. You will get some cracking, so don't panic on that. I do rotate my baking pan front to back about halfway through baking, because a lot of times ovens have hot spots, so that'll kind of help out with that. So about 60 minutes. Okay. So our coconut bread is done. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Put your pan on a wire rack. So it's risen, and put it this way. You can see there is a crack, perfectly normal. Just make sure you put a toothpick into the center and it should come out just clean. Like I said, always, I say an hour. Check it earlier, because a lot of times your oven may be running a little hot, so it may be done less time. Conversely, it could be running a little cool and take longer. So use time just as a guide. It's not like cast in stone. So now, we're going to let this cool about 10 minutes, and then when we come back, we will take it out of the pan. So to take our coconut bread out of the pan, what I like to do is just put down a clean dish towel, and then with an offset spatula or a knife, just run it around the inside. Just make sure it's not sticking. Kind of already done that. And then, because the pan is still a little warm, I just kind of put that over there. And see if I can flip that off. And as you can see, the parchment paper came off, because we did put a little of the oil on the bottom, on the top of that paper, so it doesn't stick. Lost a few of my coconut chips. That's why, remember when I said when you put them on, just kind of press them in? But we just put them back on. So now I'm going to let it cool down, because it's still quite warm. And when we come back, we will cut a slice. So now let's try our bread. Now, first, normally when I'm not doing a video, when I'm just making this for my family, I don't cut into it the day it's made. I like to cover and store it overnight. I find that way the crust softens because it's quite crisp, and the whole bread becomes more moist and chewy. I mean, you can cut into it. We are going to, but that is my personal preference. Not to say it's not moist. As you can see, it's really soft and moist right now. But I think it's better if it sits overnight. So look at that, full of the coconut. Now, like I said, the outside crust is nice and crisp. I do like it. It's crisp, and then it's just full of that coconut. Nice and chewy. A really flavorful, quick bread. And as you know, as you saw, it's quick to make. It doesn't really need any butter, because we put butter in it. But it does taste good with butter. And you know, I don't know whether anyone else would like this, but I actually like butter and marmalade. I don't know, I think the marmalade with the coconut to me tastes really good. So you can cover and store this probably 3-4 days at room temperature. As I said, you can freeze it. What I like to do when I freeze, I will slice the bread and then put like a little piece of parchment paper between each slice. So that way I don't have to take the whole bread out of the freezer at one time. I can just take a slice if it's just for myself. So you might want to try that. Anyways, you must try this bread. And until next time, I'm Stephanie Jaworski of JoyaBaking.com.